everybody relies on government support. So it's about time sports, begin to think of how to run independently of the government largesse. I think we are too laid back.
Yeah.
Most of our administrators, are ready for when the government largesse comes. We know how we spread it around, and know how we make the money from it, and we don't go out to look for sponsors. These people are brands. As far as I'm concerned, Nigerian basketball this year has
done
so well that so many people are interested in what's going on.
And you and I know of companies in this country that are already promoting grassroots basketball competition. A lot of them. Exactly. Why wouldn't they key into a Mark Mentos project or Canopillars? Somebody's not just doing the right thing. But let's leave that. Canopillars took part of the competition. What's the performance like?
They were woeful. That's justice. Basically, they were woeful. Yes, they missed their most valuable player in Abubakar Usman, who got injured, I think, during the qualifiers, because he didn't play the one of the games. I think he sprained his wrist, and he wasn't able to. And any day, anytime, give or take, Abubakar Usman will give you at least 20 points. So imagine every game they played, minus 20 points from it. And that's how you could see that they were being walloped. Also, during the competition, we had their captain, Matthew Omeya, also got injured. These plus, adding to the fact that poor preparation.
That's right.
Was also part of it.
I was waiting for it.
Because definitely, from the reports I got, even, days to traveling to Angola, they were still trying to sort out traveling plans.
I was not even sure of players that will go, when funds will be released to plan logistics. So that's just...
And the championship went back to Angola. They just passed it on from Recasivo de Libolo to Petro Atletico, and he's still staying there. And all Angolan final for the opt-in time. I can't remember when last another club side from Africa, appeared in the final. Both men and women, they keep dominating at that level.
And we're not surprised because we know what Angola is doing for their basketball.
And organization, funding, and of course preparedness. You need minds.
Good welfare for players also. I guess some of the salaries Angolan basketballers earn, and you would say, why should they leave their country and go elsewhere?
You could say that again. I must also give credit to the fact that they also invest in facilities. You look at the facility that they play this championship. It was a spectacle to behold. And I look around the country. I'm still looking for one. That comes close.
Let's come to Lagos now. Talk about the Lagos City Basketball League. That's another good project. If we stay focused on it, can do good things for basketball.
Yes, it's one of the developmental programs that has been on for a while. It went defunct for a little while, but it has come back this year. And I like the fact that it's actually one of the engine rooms that have propelled basketball at the club level. Raptors Academy was one of the clubs that went to the Division 1. Yes, Police Batons were relegated from the league this season, but they still have young boys playing. The Bond Academy plus the Unilag Academy were players that made the core of the Comets team that almost qualified, for the Premier League. So, developmental programs like this and leagues like this help out in bringing out players. Those are fixtures for the finals that will be taking place from Sunday. Raptors Academy versus Police, like you saw it. It's going to be 2 p.m. It will start in Roe Park, Yaba, Lagos, and the second will be between D-Bond Academy and Unilag Academy as well. So we should be expecting a cracker from there. And I like the whole mix about it. We had the finals. This is going to be, they'll play against each other, and then we'll know who gets to the semi-finals. And then from the semi-finals, we will decide who gets to the finals. Right. And the finals won't just be a one-off thing. It's going to be a best-of-2 series. I think they're trying to make it, like the NBA style.
So that when you lose the first game, you won't start feeling
you won't
bad.
Say, yes, you won't. So
you have another chance to bounce back.
You have to prove yourself, right, that you are really the champion, of the Lagos City.
Let's split it up, Femi. You were in Ekiti State. What went down there?
It's the Youth Alive basketball program. Okay. It's actually a Lagos Youth Alive program.
I know.
And then a team from Ekiti came last year for the finals, and all of a sudden they just had a big impression in their heart that this thing was happening in Ekiti before we went this year. And I was amazed about at the amount of kids that actually came out. Close to 10 schools, in Ado Ekiti came out to participate, both male and female.
That gives me joy. That's
grammar schools, Ado Ekiti Grammar School, the Anglican Girls Grammar School, all of them came out. Then, of course, Hope for Girls in Lagos and D-Bond Academy went there. And guess what, Austin? D-Bond Academy didn't win the final for the boys. It was actually the Ekiti State Rockets an under 16 team that actually beats D-Bond, who has some very good players.
Home support?
Let me tell you one thing. The D-Bond team actually had 5 of the players that played for the Nigerian under 16 team.
Oh my goodness.
So you can tell, apart from
the
experience, it goes to show that there's a lot of talent in Nigeria. You know, for the fact that those boys were picked because they were the only visible ones. So there are boys that can play basketball or girls that can play basketball in the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. All we need to do is expand the programs, and we need to look at these places. And before you know it, we have a large pool of talent that can run through all our programs from under 13 up until the national team. I saw a 9-year-old girl. Her name skips my memory now. I was surprised about the way she was moving, her finesse, her tactical ability. You know, in pure word, the coordinator of the program and the technical director of Lagos State Basketball Association, Mr. Agbade Latona, said that's the only word you can use to explain a genius when it comes to the game of basketball. At 9-year-olds, our IQ is totally out of this world. Victoria, yes, Emery. I remember her name now.
That's right,
so, and she's one to watch out for in the future.
Thank you so much, Femi, for that analysis. Thank you so much for promoting basketball in Nigeria. Thanks so much again for coming on the show.
So it was a pleasure.
That's right, Femi Adefeso loves talking basketball, and we love it when we talk about grassroots basketball in Nigeria. Mr. Agbade, that 9-year-old, keep an eye on that. That's for the future. That's one for the future. We can develop that talent and do big things for basketball in Nigeria. So that's it. That's the show. But remember, you can keep talking to us on Twitter. We're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. On behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm Austin Okonakwan. We're back again to talk some more sports. But you know what? Until then, in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.